Good evening, my viewers. This is your brother, Pastor Farai, from Witness for Truth. Today we are exposing the looting of God along Mazowe River under the watch of Zimbabwe President Mnangagwa and his ZANU-PF government. I just want you to watch this clip.
Right. Zvikuno kumapunga machaina abloka rukova muri kuonawo ndi Mazowe uyu aoma uyu tarisai muone ndi Mazowe uyu avharwa kusina kana mvura iri kuteremuka kuenda kwese machaina ese achikwiza kumusoro handiti uri kuwana mvura yakudzoka because yavharwa rega ndizo ukaona nekamuchaina karikwidza pamuchaina ako karikwidza ndo vanhu vari kuvhara Mazowe izvezvi kumapunga uko kwavharwa Mazowe izvezvi tisekerere izvozvo here machaina achivhara rukova.
My people, you have watched the video clip and you have seen the destruction that is happening along Mazowe River when the Chinese have blocked the flow of water. When you just look at it, you think there is a development that is happening along the river or on the banks of the river. This is not a development. It is a destruction. River banks are being stripped. Water is being polluted. Communities are losing access to clean water. Farmers are being ruined. People in the communities of Mazowe, they are being affected because they are no longer drinking clean water. This is looting under the political protection of ZANU-PF government under Mnangagwa. My people, there are families who rely heavily on water. Children get sick because the water is contaminated, because the Chinese are using some chemicals as they are extracting gold along the river. Farmers cannot grow food because the water is contaminated with some chemicals which affects the growth of the plants. Livestock no longer have clean water because the water is contaminated with chemicals. These communities are being ignored. Their voices are being silenced every day by the ZANU-PF government under Mnangagwa. The Mnangagwa government is not doing anything to stop the Chinese from looting gold along the river banks. Who is allowing this? When communities are being affected, who is allowing this? Which means ZANU-PF and its government and under Mnangagwa are the one who are allowing the Chinese to loot the gold along the Mazowe River. The Chinese are taking our resources. Zimbabweans are left with the distractions. Mazowe people are left with the destruction. My people, until when we remain silent? When Chinese are busy destroying our riverbanks, when Chinese are busy destroying life in our community, until when we remain silent? Until when? We must remain silent. Just imagine, riverbanks are collapsing. You find dead trees, polluted water, and this affected the dam. If the Chinese stop the flow of river, which means there is no enough water that flows to the dam. The dam was a source of life for so many people. There are some people who were relying on the dam. There were some fishermen who were relying and they were surviving with fishing from the dam. There is some internal tourism, some companies who are busy doing tourism, internal tourism along the dam. If there is no longer any water in the dam, which means their business is affected. Those people were doing boat cruise, which means they are affected. They are no longer doing their business. Until when? When we remain silent. When the Chinese are busy destroying our rivers. The river ecosystem is collapsing. Look, fish, birds, soil, water, all of them are under threat. And if you think this is a progress, this is not a progress. But this is looting. This is a daily light robbing the Zimbabweans. My people, the Chinese, are robbing us daily. Communities are suffering. Mazowe people are suffering. Yet we are remaining silent. Yet the Chinese are robbing us. And we are remaining silent. Right now, livestock are affected. Crops production is affected. People along or around surrounding Mazowe, they are no longer having clean water because the Chinese have stopped the flow of the river. Until when we remain silent? People of Mazowe need new leaders. Leaders who are accountable. Leaders who stop the looting. The leaders who stop the daylight robbery the Chinese are doing. Until where? When you remain silent. When our communities are being affected. Until where? When we remain silent. My people, this is the time for us to voice out that we no longer remain silent when the Chinese are looting daily under the protection of Mnangagwa and his government. Let them hear our voices. We are saying we need new leaders, leaders who are accountable, leaders who listen to the voice of their people. We need new leaders. We are demanding new leaders who are accountable. We are demanding new leaders who does not just protect the interests of the Chinese at the expense of the interests of the community. Thank you.